Good morning. It is February 2nd, 6:05 a.m. over here on the homestead in No Man's Land. So let's go ahead and go check our chickens, see how they did through the night, see if there are any more eggs for us. Probably not. 5 pieces and 5 pieces. So no new eggs. I think since we have the days per month so high, it's going to be like every couple of days they lay more eggs. So it looks like the silage was at 58% over there. We've got 373 liters of tomatoes, 354 here. So we're doing good there. We'll be having some crates of tomatoes to sell soon. Let's check the prices of the different things that we are producing right now. So eggs are sitting at 1,033, and they're actually at a low end. November is the best time to sell them as far as what this says. Silage is sitting at 192 per thousand, which isn't bad. Not bad at all. And tomatoes, actually I didn't even check tomatoes. I don't know why I didn't. Let's see, tomatoes. 561. That's probably the highest price we might see this year. So we probably won't be able to get too much for those this year, but it's okay. So we have a field to kind of outline here this morning while we wait for the time to go sell the wood. So let's go ahead and get started on that. I know there's a lot of rocks in our fields, but there's really not much we can do about that right now. We don't have a stone picker, and even if we were to pick the stones out of it, we don't have a way to sell the stones, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way it is right now. So we're just going to have to deal with the damage to the equipment until later on. So here we can go ahead and start plowing, or not. We might just have to have that little imperfection there in the field. That's okay. It's not going to bother me any. Right here should be fine. So let's try and keep it. We don't want to go past the rock, obviously. I don't even think we can go past the rock. I think that's really close to the property line itself. So think about right there. And we may have to chop that tree down. Some extra money right there, I guess. I didn't even think about these trees. No, maybe not. We're gonna have to go a little bit past the tree. Yeah, we'll be going a little bit near the tree, but we won't be chopping it down. It's fine, we can leave that one. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get past this tree here, and we'll kind of circle around the rock, because we want to try and get as much out of this area as possible. That's pretty good, and we can leave that area, that area, you know, as a meadow. We can go ahead and leave that area as a meadow right there, and maybe put down a what do you call it? Oh, I'm trying to think of the word. A beehive. couldn't think of the word beehive for some reason. So we can leave that area blank, just a meadow there. Leave the tree even. And put a beehive there when we can. We'll probably go with either the long beehive or the two how do you pronounce it? Not sure how you pronounce this. Let's check the bees. Animals, bees. We might be able to afford a 4 Langstreth hive, but more likely we'll be only able to afford a couple of these 1 Langstroth hives. I mean, I would love to get some of these bigger ones. I don't... Okay, so it says elongated. I don't know if that means there's more Langstroths. I don't know how to... I don't know if I'm saying that right. But I don't know if that means that there's more than the 4 Langstroth hive. Or it's just like this one, except more meters. Because each one has a meter measurement of how far the bees will actually go to pollinate. So if anybody knows, that'd be good, some good information to have. So we're just gonna keep doing this until it's time to go sell the wood, which is getting pretty close here. Just keep working on getting this field plowed up and ready. Now I think it's already got 1 fertilizer state on it since I cut the grass. So the yield's gonna be just a little better than usual. But honestly, I don't have every piece of equipment, nor will I be able to get every piece of equipment to get as much yield out of this as possible. We're not hitting 100% yield the first couple of go-arounds, probably. At least until later, when I can actually afford most of these machines to get the 100% yields. That's a little ways down the line, though. So we probably should have cut this grass first before plowing this up. But there really wasn't that much. I don't think that would have made that big of a difference. Alright, so we could just keep going like this, since this all needs to be plowed up anyway. Okay, doing good here. This is going to be a lot of work, so we might be speeding some of this up a little bit later, because it's almost time to actually drop the plow and go get all the wood sold for today. This is definitely my favorite part of this game, working on fields, especially making my own. Making my own fields is really fun. You get some pretty neat looking fields doing this. Alright, so it's about time. We'll finish up this line, this row right here. Then we'll grab the trailer, head to the shop. We'll need to fill up with gas when we get there too, and we'll buy a couple more canisters. So we're just gonna go ahead and unhook it right here. We don't need to put it away since we'll be using it again soon here today. Whoa. Whoops. Used it like a ramp. Alright, now I will see you at the shop and we'll see what we get for the logs. Okay. We are at the shop. Let's see what we get paid out for these logs. Probably a lot. There's quite a few logs on here. thinking probably in the area of about $6,000. Almost. $5,446. That works. Now, it's looking like we might not have enough wood. Oh, I need to get the fuel. It's looking like we might not have enough wood to actually get the planter, at least for this month. We're probably going to have to rely on the silage that we can get. Alright, so I'm getting the fuel for this, as well as a couple more fuel canisters. So we'll probably have to rely on the silage that we can sell from the field, or from the meadows. So we don't need to. Let's just go ahead and get this. What's for sale right now? Oh, nothing interesting. Let's see, is it under pallets? I think it's under pallets. Yeah. Three ought to do it. So we're gonna have to rely on that silage to get paid, to get the planter, it looks like. All right, let's load these on up, strap them all down, and get going. And this is more or less to keep the mower running. We'll have to see how much silage we can pull up from the grass in the meadows, and then the soon-to-be field on the hill there. I think it was like 30,000 liters of silage under the pit right now. We do want to get that extra pit going. Or the new one, the big one, because we don't want that small one anymore. We have too much grass to be messing around with that smaller pit. And honestly, I'm thinking we could build it sort of parallel to the vehicle shelter. I'll show you when we get back what I mean. Parallel on the side of the vehicle shelter, kind of going towards the chicken pastures there. Speaking of chickens, looks like they're still at 5 pieces each. I was kind of hoping for maybe 15 eggs every couple of days, 1 egg per chicken, but don't know how that's gonna work. I haven't played on this setting yet, 28 days per month setting yet, so it's pretty new to me. The different productions of things and how fast or how slow things produce. Fairly new to me with all this. I'm honestly thinking like maybe getting a wind turbine, the small wind turbine, to try and earn a little bit of money per month. I know it's based off of wind speeds, but if you look at the weather, I mean, we got some pretty decent wind speeds going on coming up the next couple of days or so too. It's all between 3 and 5. So if we buy that wind turbine, I mean, it's not going to produce a whole lot of money, but it will produce just a bit of money over time. And we could say that's basically powering, some of our buildings over here, because we seem to be just getting electricity just because. A little bit of passive income won't hurt. Alright, let's see. We are going to just go ahead and offload these. And then we're going to move the trailer out where the logs are and go load the rest of the logs up and get those sold today. And let's go ahead and put all the canisters back in the back here. That's where we'll store them. And honestly, I think this thing is a bit thirsty right now. So we'll go ahead and fill it up. There we go. And that'll probably be the last canister we use for that thing for now, until we start needing to use it to move pallets of eggs and produce around. Let's get these unloaded though. Last one, and then we can move on to the wood, get all that sold, and we can start plowing this field back here. Got a lot of things to do, and honestly we have plenty of time to do it. So what I was talking about was right here, this little side portion, a little bit past this, because I want to keep this path. I want to keep this path intact, but we can put, you know, the large silage pit right here. It's kind of a good spot to put it between all the fields here, all the meadows with the grass. Alright, let's go ahead and park this up, get those logs loaded, get them sold, see what we get as far as money, and see what we can do with that money. Because I honestly think it's gonna be going towards a wind turbine. Like I said, not gonna generate, you know, it's not gonna break the bank or anything, or it's not gonna, you know, provide way too much money or anything like that. It's just gonna be just a little bit of passive income. The extra energy we're gonna be producing, and we might even try and get a solar panel or two for the summertime when that comes about. Because the wind's going to die down during the summertime. We're going to have more sunny days, so that'll be a better time for the solar panels. But since we have a lot of windy days now, we might as well get the wind turbine. All right, let's get these logs loaded up. Get these logs loaded, get this stuff done, and then we can start doing other things around here. Got a lot of work, a lot of good work to get done here. I probably should have started with that log right there in front of the trailer. That would have probably worked a little better. That's okay. No big deal. We got plenty of time to get this done and sold. Plenty of time. Alright. Let's get that one. That log next. Now, one thing to keep in mind here when we go to make the field in this area, the little sticks and things you see on the ground, I don't know if there's any like patches of clovers, but you see all these little sticks on the ground. For whatever reason, when you plow the ground, those don't disappear. They don't do anything as far as like they're not a detriment to the field or anything like that. They don't damage your equipment as far as I know. They just they stick around. Well, I guess pun intended. The sticks stick around. But yeah, they stay there even if you plow the field up. If you plow a field into it, they will still be there. It's more or less just going to be kind of a visual annoyance, I suppose. I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but I wish it would just get rid of them. Or maybe you could just like pick them up and sell them for wood too. That'd be great. last log. No more wood to sell. No more wood to sell anymore. Oh, it's a sad day. This is the most profitable thing we've done thus far. But it's good because now we have other things we can do. A lot more things that we can do. A lot more tasks to complete. I'm going to complete them by March, too. What in the... Come on, get off. What is this? There we go. That was weird. Alright, that's the last of the wood, so we're going to go ahead and park this guy up. Get it parked over into the vehicle shelter there. Probably a little further into the back too, since we won't be needing it for a while. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and park him right here. Alright, let's go grab the tractor. Head to the shop. I'm expecting probably about $2,000 for these. Maybe. Probably not even that much. And honestly, what it's kind of looking like right now is that I'm not going to buy that wind turbine. As unfortunate as that is, we need to have the money for the planter by March, so we can get the planter, get all the sunflowers in the ground. Now once we have the field in front of the house plowed, that's when we're going to start mowing the grass over on the hill to get that ready for plowing. And we just have some other things we got to take care of before. And it's honestly looking like we're not going to be able to get the that silage pit either. There's quite a few things we won't be able to do that I would like to do. We may have to chop down all the big trees that are near the house. We'll try and leave some of the small ones, but it's almost looking like we're gonna have to do that just to be able to get the equipment to work the land. $2,239. That's not bad. Not bad for what it was. It's only 4 logs. So got some money going, at least. Well, let's just get back to the homestead and get to finishing plowing up that field, prepping it. All right, we're back. So I only got $11,551. Not enough to buy the wind turbine, I don't think. And even if because we still have to worry about trying to get the planter, and I don't think that's going to be a thing we can afford. If we spend money on the wind turbine, we're not going to be able to get the planter in March. We'd have to probably wait all the way until like April to get the planter, which means waiting an extra season or an extra month to be able to plant. So we're just gonna have to do it like this instead. So now we're gonna go ahead and get this field over here plowed and ready to go. Hook on up to the plow and start plowing the rest of this field up. And also getting the middle plowed too, because it also needs plowing. Oh, I gotta make it to where it'll actually create fields. There we go. And we'll get this stuff done. Now, one of the things I wasn't really sure about, and I still am kind of debating whether or not to do it, is to sell the plow after we're done plowing up the fields. Whoop! Did not want to do that. Allow create. Not sure if I should do that though. I think I need to hold on to the plow. You know, it's kind of like I bought it, so I should keep it until I get a newer plow. If it comes down to it, I will sell it to be able to buy the planter at least, because I'm not going to miss that planting season. But it's looking like we're not going to be able to get a fertilizer yet. So we won't be able to fertilize these things. Well, looks like it's going to start snowing on us here. Now, it seems like the one good thing about mowing this grass over here was that it actually fertilized the field as well for us. Now, I don't know if just plowing this up actually fertilizes it. Looks like we missed a spot back there. I'm confused. Wait a second. Did we miss a spot? Huh. Can't tell. Looks like there's like 2 little dots that we missed back there. This plow is pretty small, so that's a high possibility that we missed a little couple spots. That's kind of, I mean, that's more or less just an annoyance for me, looking at the map and seeing like, oh, this little tiny spot you see right here, you missed plowing this spot. So it doesn't make that big of a difference. It seems like this thing can handle this plow pretty well. It's only 85 horsepower, but usually you wanna have like a good amount higher than the horsepower requirements for these things, just because of the nature of how they dig into the ground. At least that's what I've always noticed on these games, because they dig in pretty deep. So we're just going to keep plowing this field up. We might finish it by today. We might have to go into tomorrow doing this. This field's pretty big. You can actually check to see how many acres we've plowed once I'm done with this here. And we'll see what it says. Now, I don't know if it counts acreage that you create, or if it's just acreage that's already there, and then it starts counting it. So I'm not really sure how it calculates how much acreage has been plowed in that regard. But it's a pretty good size. Man, I want to say this is at least like 1.5 acres. Maybe bordering 2, possibly more. This is a pretty good sized field here, or it's going to be a pretty good sized field. We'll find out when I'm done. I mean, we do still have quite a bit of time to finish up today. So, man, that is a lot of rocks. It's too bad we don't have a debris crusher. We'll definitely sell all these rocks out. Working in the snow. This is cool. This is cool. Can't tell you how much I'm actually enjoying this right now. Good times. But I think we'll go ahead and speed this part up a bit. Oh, looks like I missed some. We can circle back around at some point here. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that now. Whoop, hitting a tree. Whoa, whoa, hold up. Don't flip my tractor, please. Let's see, let's flip the plow around and we'll turn off the create fields and we'll just plow this section. This little extra bit that's along the side of the line, along the side of the field here, and we'll get that out of the way. All kinds of rocks. This is no good. Let's see. I think it was like right here-ish. We started missing some. Or maybe that was the tire lines, the tire tracks, possibly. Alright, now we can put it back to create fields. Let's go ahead and speed this up until we're either done with the field or done for the day here. Okay, so it's just about time for dinner and bed. We're just about done with this field. One more pass in the center here, and we're good. So it's quite the project to plow this all up and get it ready. But it'll be worth it, I think. Where's the? I think it's right there. Yeah, it's right there. What was that? That was strange looking. Kind of a little, almost like a puff of dirt came up. Alright, let's check the map here. Looks like... Yep, it's all nice and plowed up. That is a lot of rock in this field. This is nuts. I wish I could get a stone picker and take care of it, but that is unfortunately not going to happen. Now, we're going to go check on the chickens. We're going to check the silage. We're also going to check the acreage plowed total. Go ahead and lower this. Let's check the acreage plowed here. Worked acres today, 1.8. Plowed, 1.8. So it's almost a 2-acre plot. That's pretty big. That's a pretty big plot right there. So this all needs lime. It's got some level of fertilization on it, except for the middle. The middle is kind of not fertilized at all. All the areas where we mowed the grass, that'll be at about the 50% range. 62% on this silage here, good. Getting close to selling time for that. And then we've got 387 here, 368 here for the tomatoes. Okay. Let's check the chickens, see how they're doing. They're all nice and healthy, eating their fill of barley. We've got 10 pieces now. We've got two days or so worth of egg laying here. We've got 10 liters apiece, 20 liters of eggs so far. Well, 20 pieces, 20 eggs total. I don't know if that's just liters. That counts as liters. Guess we'll find out, eh? So yeah, that is it. Let me get some dinner. Bathe, dinner, and bed, and we will see you tomorrow. Now, what I'm probably going to do until all the mowing is finished, I'm going to sleep until about 7. Because we won't be able to see anything. If I sleep till 6, we won't be able to see anything going on when it comes to mowing the grass. In fact, let me go ahead and position the mower up here. You know what? Actually, just right behind this. Right behind the trailer here, because we're going to be using... Whoa! Run into stuff. Ah! I'm stuck on the windrower. We'll just position the mower right here, right behind the trailer. Because we'll be putting it up on the trailer and pulling it out to the area where we're going to be mowing. So, yeah. But we'll be sleeping till about 7. I'm gonna test out 7 o'clock in the morning first, and then we'll go 8 if it's still too dark to see. But that is the plan. So yeah, thanks for stopping by the homestead, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Until then, have a great night, everyone.